Well, Jim, on the topic of WWE, the state of WWE, not everyone is unhappy. I have some quotes here from Mark Shapiro, who was on the main event with Andrew Marchand. Mark Shapiro, of course, is the is he CFO? Or what is he?
Chief fucking officer?
I forget what his exact title is. TKO president, Mark Shapiro. In talking about premium live events, here's a quote about, referring to WrestlePalooza and referring to Nick Khan and Paul Levesque. And yet, they're open to new ideas. They never seem exhausted. They're ready to take on a new shot, a new risk, a new opportunity. Hey, Nick, let's talk about launching a new event. Right now, a lot of our premium live events were created by Vince McMahon. We need to get in the business of taking that torch and moving past that. And Nick and Triple H created WrestlePalooza, which is the launch event for our new ESPN deal, which did incredibly well and may turn into a super franchise. Not to mention, from a merch standpoint, I don't need to tell you, securing the IP rights...
I don't gotta tell you. Oh, from that standpoint, I don't gotta tell you.
Securing the IP rights and then selling merch at WrestlePalooza? Let's just say it was a real winner.
What the...
So let's stop there. I don't even know exactly what to ask you about. It's a crazy quote in a way, because it's an outsider looking at a business that he sees as right now just printing money. We have to get away from the Vince McMahon premium live events. Triple H and Nick Khan invented WrestlePalooza. And thankfully we got the IP so we can make all this merch money on WrestlePalooza. What are your thoughts on all this?
Well, the name's 20 years old. We know that much to begin
30.
with. But 30, it was the 90s. That's right.
Yeah.
Jesus, oh my God, how time flies. I'm not bad at math. I'm just so much older now. But the point is, they didn't even invent the name, and it's not like it. To invent a show that is a different kind of big event or pay-per-view or PLE or whatever area you come from, you want to call it, that is more than just a name of a show, you have to have some type of, if you don't have some type of theme, then you have to build some kind of history. If it's not a Hell in a Cell pay-per-view where, okay, we're going to get a Hell in a Cell, female and male divisions. That was invented by Vince McMahon, the Elimination Chamber. That could go away, in my opinion, and so could the Hell in a Cell, because it's just goddamn so much bullshit these days. But you can't just say, well, we created a new name that's not even a new name, and there was no trademark thing of the show, right? Unless you start having a history behind it. And Survivor Series and WrestleMania and Royal Rumble, those have, and SummerSlam, 2 days in a fucking stadium, those have history that you don't want to just, oh, fuck, no. Just because Vince came up with that, we're going to keep it because everybody knows it. Those are the big ones. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Then why don't you tell me?
But again, going to the mindset of this guy who's in charge, just hearing the way he's talking about it, what does that tell you?
He's not from wrestling. He's not day to day, minute by minute involved in wrestling. He has no history of major inside knowledge of wrestling. So he's trying to say positive things, but hopefully there are people, when it comes to actual decisions that are made, that have a little more grip on what the fuck's going on and what you should and shouldn't keep just because it's, Vince McMahon's.
Yeah, I mean, again, we're dealing with a time where fans are openly complaining about ticket prices, where shows are not selling out anymore, where the TV isn't as hot as it was, where often it seems like things are stale and not moving. you get a little concerned when you hear the guy in charge talking about it, just like everything's there, again, to print money. Oh yeah, we were able to do this, create this event. It was a brand new super franchise, a super franchise, whatever the fuck that means.
Well, yeah, he's also being so, again, insufferable with the, yeah, let me tell you, oh, we made big money on that. It's just, it's a little egregious. Vince liked to be known as a successful businessman, but do you notice that because this was an old time promoter thing. I've told you what Jerry Jarrett said about it. He said he didn't want to remind people how much money they paid to come and see his hero wrestling stars. He wanted to remind them of how much they enjoyed coming to see that. They didn't want to talk about the money that he took from the fans. Vince would not brag as much as a lot of company executives about the actual goddamn amounts of money he was making, except maybe if it was a sponsorship deal or a deal with another company, right? I'm not, he didn't just beat the fucking grosses to death. Crowd sizes, yes, but not the grosses. Am I misremembering this?
I mean, again, I think Vince, like you said, he wanted to be known as this big success, but he liked having some mystery behind. He liked being able to say he was the Walt Disney with the magic touch. He wasn't the guy hyping up other people in his company while trying to sell you on how great his company is.
But he also wasn't bragging to the let them eat cake type of thing. He was smart enough to realize that that's why he played poor old millionaire Vince against billionaire Ted. He didn't rub until recent years when he went completely out of his mind and began the pooping episodes and all these other things. He didn't rub his wealth, personal wealth and company grosses off of the wrestling fans and wrestling fans' face as much as these people are. So they ought to be ashamed of themselves.
Yeah, in the past, too, we've always said if they're making all this money, they got to pay the wrestlers better. Apparently they are. Apparently they're paying a lot of wrestlers a whole lot of money, more than they used to. So we'll see what happens going forward. But Jim, one thing Mark Shapiro appears to be confident about is their ability to sell. Whether it's tickets, whether it's interest, whatever it may be.
Yes.
And lots of other people out there, mom and pop, as well as son and daughter. Of course, child is the father
cousin
of man.
and cousiness.
Well, everyone needs
the mother, father, sister, brother.
Well, that's right. But of course,
the mother and child reunion.
But who's left out of the equation here? The cousin.
Well,
and that's what we're talking about. Someone who could be the
cousins
cousin.
The cousins are not allowed to equate with each other.
Well, we're talking about someone who could be a dependable cousin for you, there to help your business. Cousin Shopify.
Well, and Cousin Shopify will come to your front porch, dancing to fiddle music. And swing your partner, do-si-do, kick him in the balls and step on his toe, and there'll come Cousin Shopify, one of the hillbillies, the scuffling hillbillies. He'll be riding his little bicycle, too, with the little flag on it from back home in Possum Holler.
That is the Shopify sound.
And Cousin Shopify is there to help you sell all of your various products. Let's say you're canning possum victuals and collard greens and chortles and such from down on the farm.
What are you saying?
Let's say it's a food delivery type of business where you're canning these items and you need to get the word out to the world. Well, Shopify, Cousin Shopify can give you that leg up from day one. They can help you with the website. They can help you with the built-in marketing and email tools that they have to find and keep new customers. The purple shop pay button, it's iconic. It's ironic how iconic it has become. Gilbert and Sullivan couldn't have said it better. Accompanied by that sound, it means you're making money. Except to me, if you're making a lot of money, the sound should be a lot heavier. I think it should sound like possibly the Liberty Bell falling on your fucking nuts. Sort of like the intro of Hell's Bells by AC/DC instead of that flippant little ping.
No,
Sounds
no,
like
no.
somebody beans you with a goddamn copper penny.
This is money
But that's-
coming your way through Shopify.
Well, it needs to hit you in the face like a ramrod. That iconic purple shop pay button is used by millions of businesses around the world. Every time somebody punches it, somebody gets paid, because Shopify is the commerce platform behind 10% of all the e-commerce in the United States and around the world, from here to Guatemala and back around to the Arctic Circle and over to Greenland. Turn left and head to Albuquerque. It's all over the place, folks. And right now, if you want to see less carts being abandoned and more money being poured into your pocket, literally with a funnel, they'll stick the thing in your pocket and they'll just pour it right in there. And when it's filled up, you're done. Move along. It's time for the next rube. It's time for you to head over to Shopify.
They don't think you're a rube. They think you're a partner, and they want to make their partners money. We trust them with our business, and of course, we want to make sure the listeners know they too can trust the wonderful people at Shopify.
Well, yes, you can trust them with your life, which you're going to eventually be signing over to begin with, and you can trust them with every penny you've got, which they'll end up with to begin with.
That's not how it works. They will not. That's not how it works. They will not be doing any of those things. They'll be helping you.
There's a clause. What happens if they do all this work and you don't take care of yourself, and boom, you die of a heart attack? Is all their time supposed to be just wasted? They'll then come and take your identity. And
no, they will not
sell
take
that on the black.
They're not going to do any of these things.
You're not going to be using it anymore.
Again.
So they'll sell it on the black market to recoup some of their investments, and then someone can replace you.
None of these things are part of the working agreement you'll have with the wonderful people and the reliable people, the trustworthy business that is Shopify. They're there to help
you just
your
gotta
business online.
Read the fine print.
The fine print says, it says, a great deal is coming to town with Shopify. Jim, how can the listeners try it out for the first time? A great deal has come to town.
Well, yes, and it's coming to town. You can sign up for your $1 a month trial period right now and start selling today at shopify.com/JCE. That is shopify.com/JCE. You can do that there right now. And you'll get a $1 a month trial period where you'll, boom, instantly be part of the family and start selling there. And you'll do that thing. And just as long as you're around, you'll reap the benefit. And then whoever the new John Smith is that takes your place, they'll have to start from scratch.
Again, it's an entertaining story, maybe a good book, but that's not the way things will go down. You can trust Shopify. We do. And we love working with Shopify. You will too. Jim, one more time. What's that promo?
And I love working with Albert Hansen on their staff. I've worked with the past 3 Albert Hansens.
There's no Albert Hansen. No, there's no Albert Hansen.
Oh, God damn. You don't have to get hot. Shopify.com/JCE.